What's up, guys? I'm the Wrestle Gamer. Welcome to our watch-along commentary for Tokyo Joshi's pro wrestling show entitled The Happy Summer Vacation TJPW Summer Festival 2023. Now, before we get to the match lineup, I'm going to introduce everyone else that's here for the commentary, and we'll be watching along with us. First off, ladies and gentlemen, the Studly Man, Ashley, is here. Ashley, how you doing?
Summer's about to end. We're going to end it with a freaking death match.
Ladies and gentlemen, from youtube.com/LanceMossTV, the incomparable Lance Moss. Lance, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Let's have some fun.
By the way, it's not Yamper, it's not Ramper, it's Jamper. Jamper, how you doing?
Fine, just fine.
And ladies and gentlemen, he is the APW Hybrid Champion, and he is just built different. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Cody Hawkins. Cody, how you doing?
Doing good, Bill. Looking forward to a good set.
So, unlike with the Stardom watch-alongs, guys, with Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, by the way, WrestlingUniverse.com subscription anywhere between $6 to $7. It's generally around the same price as Stardom World. And think about what you get. You get Tokyo Joshi, you get DDT, you get Gambari Pro, and you get Pro Wrestling Noah, all for that price. I gotta tell you guys, that's a pretty good price for a lot of great wrestling content. So that
range of stuff, yeah.
All right, so our match lineup for the Happy Summer Vacation Summer Festival 2023, in match number 1 is going to be Kaya Toribami taking on Runa, and match number 2 is a 3-way match. It is Mahiro Kiryu taking on Neko, Haruna, and Shino Suzuki. Match number 3, it's Hyper Misao and Haru taking on Noah and Toga. In match number 4 is a special singles match with Rika Tatsumi versus Demonio.
Demonio Dos.
Do you want to talk a little bit about who that person is?
He's a Leatherface sort of style character. I think it's an homage to, Leatherface and all those sort of horror characters that would show up in Onita's stuff in FMW and things like that.
Oh yeah,
like Super Leather.
Yeah,
that sort of style. That's an interesting one because, we'll get to it.
Yeah.
I saw the reports of what's happening, which is why I was so looking forward to watching it.
We also have something called the Semi-Final Chew Summer Party Tied Death Match.
Mm-hmm.
Mizuki and Himawari versus Shoko, Nakajima, and Palm. And in the main event, I'm still trying to figure out what the hell that Summer Party Death Match is going to be. But in the main event, we have Miyu Watanabe, Suzume, and Wakana! For those of you who haven't followed Tokyo Joshi, you'll get that when we talk about it. They take on Yuki Aino, Raku, the goddess of this shit, and Moka Miyamoto. Now, for those of you who don't know, Tokyo Joshi likes to open up with a performance from the Up Up Girls. Now, for YouTube and copyright constraints, we're not going to play that on here. But
whatever audio that we might play.
Yeah, but we'll tell you this, it was the song Babyface, and let's just say we can all agree that, every wrestling show on the fucking planet could open up the Up Up Girls, and it'll make it a good wrestling show. But anyway, guys, we are going to get started with our first match for the purposes of the watch-along. Here we go. If you're watching this on Wrestle Universe, I will provide the link in the description box below if you guys have it. If you haven't gotten it yet, what's keeping you guys?
You're missing a 7-day free trial.
Exactly. And then
it's a little bit more than just a single coffee from Starbucks.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a 7-day free trial, so if you manage to time it right, next month, Tokyo Joshi's big Wrestle Princess show's happening. You've also got...
which we will be doing a live watch-along to, by the way.
There's DDT as well coming up in the next week or so, with a fair number of shows. And there's a lot of stuff, like this one. This was not broadcast live because obviously some of the venues don't have the capability. Which, considering how this venue looks like it's a concert arena more than it is an indoor venue.
With
Or-
atrocious acoustics.
Or a convention center.
Yeah. They get put up about 2 or 3 days afterwards, but very very quickly they do get put up if they're not live and immediately archived like live shows are.
Alright, so for the purposes of this watch-along commentary for everyone, we're going to start. We're starting at the 12-minute and 52-second mark on the video.
Where the if you go in your chapters, which are on the side, because there is a sort of bare bones basic English bit to the website, we'll be starting with match 1.
Exactly.
We've gone over the pre-show festivities.
Exactly. Alright, so here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Click it.
I believe there's also going to be some pre-match comments as well.
Hello, Moto.
Or sorry, post-match comments, I should say.
Also, what was that look from Namba right there? Did you guys just see that?
When the
Well,
drugs
it
kick in.
depends I don't know what music's playing. I can't tell whether it's... Oh, it's Runa's music. Last time I believe we're seeing Runa for a little bit, because the shows that are happening in a week from Hiroshima and Kyoto, Runa will be absent from both shows.
Do they specify a reason?
No. Well, she's 16, I don't know if the
Schooling?
stuff's happening.
I think school stuff in Japan legit starts in the fall. Like in September.
Then again, she would be 16, so whether she's still at school, I don't know, but she's unavailable. Also, Mizuki's not available for Yuki Arai's homecoming show on the 10th. She will be doing the show on the 9th, but not on the 10th, for whatever reason.
There's Kaya Toribami. For the first few months that Ash turned beyond the Tokyo Joshi, commonly referred to as Bird Girl.
Well, the mask obviously makes her look like a bird.
Yeah.
And also, that nickname makes more sense than Miyu Amasaki's Kevin in Stardom that the
Ugh.
English fans have given her.
Is that like a boy named Sue?
I don't
Oh,
know.
no.
But here we go. Colin double tie-up. Arm wringer by Kaya. Runa, reverse. We're getting a good exchange here with Runa and Kaya right here, Cody.
Well, the ground stuff is always what you usually see with a teach start,
Yeah.
and then we build other offense.
Headlock takeover. Runa with a counter into the head scissors, and Kaya immediately kicks out. We kept wondering for the longest time, Ash, as to when Kaya Toribami was going to get her first win, because, every match we saw, like in the first year that you turned me on into Tokyo Joshi, we kept saying, "Oh, Kaya's in this match, and guess who's losing?"
Yeah, and considering who else is in this match now, we know who's losing.
Yeah, Runa just a few months into her wrestling career, by the way. She started, I believe, in March of this year.
Somewhere in that region. No, it might have been... Did she show up January 4?
No, I don't think she was there in January. I think she debuted at the same time as Haru and Toga. Yeah, they all debuted on the same show. I'm trying to remember who Kaya got her. Who Kaya got her. Did Kaya beat Suzume for her first win? That's what I'm trying to
It might
remember.
have been Endo.
It might have been Endo. Hikari now with a
Yeah,
sleeper
so
hold.
Haru debuted on the 3rd, Toga on the 6th, and Runa on the 18th.
So they all debuted on the same month.
Yes,
Oh, I mean, where'd you have it? What?
with Wakana and Himawari being they're the January 4 ones, and then Shino was also 6th of March as well. So 6 of the roster have barely been wrestling for a year.
And now,
In some of-
go ahead, Ash.
in some of the other cases, you know, Julia, who I don't know whether's on this show, but she shows up on the show as Julia Nagano.
And
She's been wrestling
she's
for
not
a
in the
year.
she wasn't in the lineup for this show.
Yeah, she's been going for about a year and a half.
I know she had a fractured forearm, didn't she?
Kaya and Yuki Araya sort of just over 2 years. Endo debuted January 4th, 2021, so she's about 2.5 now. There's a lot of people here have only been wrestling for sort of in or around 5 years.
Damn.
Now, Cody, being an actual pro wrestler yourself, you know, we talked about this once before on another watch along for Stardom, but when you hear ages of some of these wrestlers in Japan, like 13, 14, 15 years old, I mean, you know, what screams out in your mind about that?
I mean, they're starting at a rather young age. You know, you take into consideration how long it takes with all the grueling training that you're going through to even get a shot at your first live show. Which, you know, for me, I started at the age of 20, and in less than 6 months of me training, I got my first match, and that is saying something. But once again, I'm shocked, I'm a little stunned, but at the same time, you know, you got to give these ladies some respect because to pursue a career like this, it's no walk in the park.
And of course, it's the historical culture thing for Japan as well.
Right.
Thinking back to all those great women that were in All Japan that were forced to retire when they got to like 27, because that was
Exactly. Look at all
now
the hell
get
they
the
put
serious
themselves
stuff of doing home, you know, being a housewife and things like that.
through. You know,
Of which,
driving each other's heads
thankfully,
into the mat.
thankfully, over the last 20 years, a lot of those women will go, no.
You know, it's kind of like football in this country. When
Right.
the kids start playing football in this country, like around the time they're talking about these ladies.
Like toddlers.
Yeah.
Now, Jamper, are you with us right now?
Yeah, sorry.
My question to you is, you know, from seeing what you've seen in wrestling in America today, what are some of the noticeable differences you see? Because we just got you into like Japanese wrestling, into Stardom, and shows like this. Tokyo Joshi has Kaya's got a double armbar on Runa right now. What are some of the noticeable differences you see that they're doing that you don't see here in America?
I mean, besides them hitting a lot harder,
Yeah. And
that's obviously one of them. Another thing is the way they come out with entrance music is a lot different. They have different kind of outfits that you probably wouldn't see in America, like the ones with tails.
Kaya Toribami picks up the win
And,
after a submission hold. The double arm bar. Runa forced to verbally submit in this match. Go ahead, Jamper.
And from what I've seen, they don't do like certain odd matches or extreme. Well, not. I was gonna say extreme. There's certain matches you would see they do in America that you probably would not see in Japan. Like for example, the now, in my opinion, extinct bra and panties match.
Yeah.
Evening gown match.
It's not that sexualized, basic.
Yeah, stuff like
I
that.
mean, it is sexualized, but not in that manner.
Also, cameraman, don't zoom in that far. Jesus Christ. Jeez.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's the- get an itchy thumb on the Zoom
Yeah.
toggle.
Yeah, that's the one thing
When
that I
there's only
told.
one camera.
Yeah.
There's one camera for the entire venue. It's pretty tough.
Here we have Shino Suzuki of the Up Girls.
Yeah.
When she's
Of
not
course,
singing
it's
and wrestling,
getting
she's a bus tour
getting
guide.
Getting in the corner with Namba. There's somebody that's not going to be happy with that.
Yep, and she's got a big smile on her face, too. It's like she's looking back towards the entranceway.
Because she knows who isn't going to be happy with that.
Yep, and it'd be...
It's Neko!
It's Neko. Haruna Neko.
Give Neko a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, she's been wrestling for nearly 5 years, and technically she's only got one singles win from that one-night tournament thing that they did back in January this year.
And
that,
in that tournament, it was a 2-count pinfall.
Uh-oh. Neko... Oh!
Oh, she seems to be getting
Neko's
along
got
with
a new
Shino.
friend with it, Shino.
And here comes Passion Blue Mahiro Kiryu. A person who I thought after the hype show, Ash, would have gotten maybe a somewhat sort of a push, considering it told such a story with her and her mom and the bond she has with wrestling over that.
You'd have thought. But this is the way of the Coda. Coda will have his comeuppance one day. But Kiryu herself started in or around Neko's debut date as well. She's only been wrestling for about 5 years.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, this is a 3-way match. First person to score a pinfall or submission wins the match. It's hard to think in Japanese culture that idol groups can come together from all walks of life. I mean, considering where Shino Suzuki came in from it and when she started training to not only be in the Up Girls, but to be a pro wrestler, she was a bus tour guide.
Mm-hmm.
Seems the two smaller girls are picking on the bigger one in Mahiro Kiryu.
Question is, when do we hear the apology?
And what did she apologize for, too?
Exactly.
The question is, when is something going to happen that Kiryu has to apologize for? That's the question. In case you are new, that is one of Kiryu's gimmicks.
Yep, and
When she does something that goes against the spirit of wrestling, Kiryu is very much, oh, Neko trying to steal a pin.
yeah. Also, Haruna and Neko coming back from a knee injury that she suffered. That put her out for quite a few months. Only a 2-count right there by Haruna and Neko. And Jumper, I would think that'd be another like subtle difference you would see in with some of the wrestlers you see here in Tokyo Joshi and Stardom. When you say that they're more colorful when it comes to their characters and stuff like that.
Oh, I just noticed it's not.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
I'm not sure what she's apologizing for. Guess maybe right? Isn't Kiryu a cat person?
Possibly.
And if there's one thing Kiryu has over Shino and Neko in this match, Lance, it's size and power.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just big back elbow in the corner to Shino. Yeah. And Neko once again, you know, Ash made mentioned that earlier, tried to steal a pin off of Kiryu.
Hey, in the wrestling business, lie, cheat, and steal.
Be interesting to see, because the thing I've sort of been Paul, restart
Same pause.
restart the feed, Billy.
Alright. Hold on. I can do a quick change while we're recording. Okay, wow.